This is just a short message to let you and the American people and the world know what kind of people we have leading our country. People like Senator Saxby Chambliss, Georgia, whom I have asked for help with both the VA and the DOD since the early 90s. I use the DAV, which I wouldn't recommend to any veteran. They will not help you if anything's top secret or you've been put it through any kind of trouble. They represented me for 9, 10 years and never did anything for me. I'm still fighting today. I've been fighting. I've asked for help. I'm a totally disabled veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps, and I was sent to the U.S. Army Chemical School and Center at Fort McClellan, Alabama, which has since been called the most toxic place on the planet Earth by the EPA. The EPA said that there's no other place so contaminated, and that's where they made Agent Orange yet. I put in for Agent Orange compensation over and over and been turned down. They poisoned Anniston and the city around it. The people were paid hundreds of millions of dollars. It still didn't help. We've got WACs that went to basic training there that are having children with birth defects. And there's a bill in front of Congress now, House Bill 2053, to help these people, and I hope others like me. Senator Kingston is one of the sponsors of it, so I hope Representative Kingston is one of the sponsors, and I hope that people will write him and tell him that we need something done. The VA denies this is true, that we Vietnam-era veterans and people of post-war veterans were exposed to or used unwittingly, which is an outright lie. We exercised our rights and tried to get some help and never have been able to get any help through any of them. We were exposed to nearly every chemical, biological, and radiological agent known to man, as well as human experimentation by the CIA and DOD. All the American people need to know about these tests and the nature of them is to log on to sites about human experimentation, is to Google Fort Mac, Alabama, and Project MK Ultra, which was run by the CIA using Nazis from World War II that worked on the Jewish people, and then they came over to try to control our minds where they could do what they wanted to do. It is a farce that our government or the VA give a damn about human rights. I am totally disabled by post-traumatic stress disorder, which our government has taken away any drugs to help us, such as Xanax, Valium, and Ativan. And if I was careful in any bar or anywhere that any veterans are, I wouldn't piss them off right now. You're liable to get killed. I have COPD, GERD, exposure to Agent Orange, chloracne, unknown skin and bone disorders, and all our VA and government wants us to do is die where they can get this over with. I've been working on help since '91. It doesn't take a genius to read the material and see what our American veterans have suffered for years at the hands of the VA, the DOD, and the CIA. Someone needs to stand up to the hypocrisy of the so-called human rights here at home before going around preaching BS about how our system is the way to go. We need to take care of our veterans and the civilians that were also used as test subjects, which the files have all been destroyed on MK Ultra when Helms in '75 did so to hide the CIA's involvement in it. The people have been the subject of human experimentation. You can find this out by reading a Senate report in 1974 and 1975 and a 1994 report from the Senate called the Rockefeller Report, which the VA claims is not credible evidence, even though it was under sworn testimony before the Senate. I don't blame people or the VA for not taking our Senate's word for it. As long as you've got pompous people that all they care about is themselves and their lobbyists, and it takes you 300,000 to even talk to them. They don't care about our veterans. Let the leaders of our country know how you feel about the VA and about the VA and House and Senate that seems to condone this type of activity on their own citizens and veterans by the tens of thousands. God help leaders like Saxby Chambliss live with their lack of backbone to support the very people who fought for this country, were drafted for this country, and elected his pompous ass. God can't help keep blessing a government that allows these things to happen and condemn those who do the same or less in other countries. I would love to hear from anyone that has gone through the lies and BS from the VA and our government, and let me know at James Kennedy 1947 at gmail.com. The VA says, pays their doctors to tell us what's wrong with us, and then they don't believe their own doctors. I've been diagnosed with chloracne and all other things, as I said before, and they don't believe their own doctors. Why the hell do they pay their doctors? May God bless America, and somebody please take the bull by the horns and let's get this country back. If I had a son today that was up for the service, or any children, I would tell them, stay out of the service. Stay away from the government. You'll only get hurt, and they don't give a damn. Thank you, my fellow Americans. I love y'all. Bye.